Montreal, Canada, people usually get excited. Their reaction is always the same. Like, oh my God, you're from Montreal. You're so pretty. Okay, they never say that. Fuck you guys, fuck you. But they do get excited because we're a party city, okay? We're famous for our strip clubs. You could touch the strippers there, that's a big deal. But I happen to be Muslim, so I can't help but wonder, how would strip clubs be in a Muslim country? Would it be the opposite of here? Women start off naked and slowly put on layers of clothing. People throw coins and stones at them. My motto for 2015 was to be confident like a guy. I worked with a lot of guys doing stand-up. A lot of them very confident, some of them delusional, not all of them. Especially when it comes to picking up women. Like if they hook up with a lady and she rejects them, she's automatically a lesbian. Doesn't matter what the guy looks like, she has to be the problem. I wish I had a tenth of that confidence. I'm the complete opposite. A good-looking guy comes over to talk to me, like this guy is a homosexual. This guy is coming to ask me where I got my purse. I know it. H&M homo. H&M. Newly married, I'm in my 30s, I'm thinking of having children. I shouldn't say that it's me wanting the kid. It's not me wanting I just feel like my body's telling me it's expiring soon. So it's now or never, right? Because I'm not maternal at all, just like you. I don't know how to talk to kids. I don't know how to deal with kids. Like I can only think of 2 questions to ask a child. And it's, how old are you? And what's your favorite color? And I, honest to God, don't give a shit what the answer is. You know what I mean? I don't care. And I find them weird when they're young, they smile at you with no teeth in their mouth. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Then they grow older and hit puberty, where they're as ugly on the inside as they are on the outside. You can't have acne and attitude, I'm sorry. You can't. I'd work on my personality with a face like that, is all I'm saying. So obviously it requires a lot of patience to have children, but it has to be way easier than having parents. Anybody have parents here? They're the worst. And my parents hated me for a very long time because I wasn't married at birth. This is the thing. Being an Arab woman, you could sum up an Arab woman's life in 2 words: marriage and waxing. It's disgusting. I blame my father for being single for a long time because we grew up with a lot of double standards, right? Like when girls called the house for my brother, my dad would get really excited. God forbid a guy called the house for me or my sister. It was like, hello, who are you? How do you know my daughter? I kill you. And it's like, who's gonna call? But then when we got older, any guy called the house, it's like, hello? Are you calling for daughter number 1 or number 2? I give you both, half price. Yeah. 2 for 1, habibi, 2 for 1. My parents really wanted me to marry within my culture, but I'm against same-race marriages. I am, just because mixed people are a lot more attractive than full people. We see it all the time, half Asian, half it doesn't matter. So hot. Like now that I'm married, this is my advice to any of you single in the audience? Any of you, yes, one person, you're kind of embarrassed about it? They're not. This is my advice to you. Think of it this way. If you want to start a family with somebody, the more disappointed your parents are in your partner's ethnic background, the better looking your kids will be. I did my part at Palestinian. I married a Jewish woman. Yeah. Palestinian Jewish woman, our sperm donor, if we ever have kids, is Catholic. For sure we'll give birth to the Messiah. Like for sure. I never understood that whole notion of like sticking to your own kind. Our parents are obviously very disappointed about this marriage. One side is homophobic, the other racist. It's just great. But I never understood that notion of like sticking to your own kind. It's such a flawed notion. We see it throughout history. Royal families did it. They were incestuous to keep the blue blood line going. What happened? They gave birth to deformed babies that died at the sight of sun. Vampires, basically, right? stop doing it. Please stop having kids. There's so many stupid people out there. It just has to stop. Every time I meet a stupid person, I'm like, you see, we let cousins fuck for way too long. This is not good. It lingers in the blood. That's why I think like the next natural evolutionary step will be to ban, not to ban, but discourage same-race marriages, especially for white people, to avoid things like asthma and allergies. Things ethnic people don't believe in, right? If you're ethnic, you should mix with white to give your children hope. Like that. By the way, I discovered that recently. I'm the opposite of racist. Like, I get really excited when I see black people driving expensive cars. I do. I feel nothing when it's a white person. Because the world is made for you when you're white, right? Like, if you're white and you're not driving an expensive car, you're really fucked up. You know what I mean? I gotta tell you, I am pathetically in love. I'm head over heels in love. It's so pathetic. I'm so grossed out by myself. I used to be a respectable person, okay? I used to be somebody with ambition. Now I spend my days tagging my wife in baby animal photos on Instagram. Like, that's all. You know what kind of person I used to be? I was the kind of person, when I walked down the street and I saw a couple holding hands, I walked right in between them. So they're like, oh, each other's hands. You guys on this. Stand-up comedy is a very hard career to pursue. I'm sure I inspired a lot of you tonight. Don't do it. It's a hard career. There's no money in it, filled with judgment, rejection, substance abuse problems. In my case, I feel like I had no choice but to become a comedian, because when I was younger, people thought I had special needs. They did, because I was much bigger for my age. So when I was 2, I looked like I was 7. Crawling around. People are like, what the hell is going on? And I was extremely hyper and impatient, so I wouldn't crawl around like a normal child on hands and knees. I would crawl on hands and feet, so that freaked the fuck out of everybody. Like, what the hell is wrong with your daughter? And does she have a mustache? What's going on there? So of course, when I got older and I told my parents I wanted to be a comedian, my father looked to my mother and he's like, you owe me $1,000. She is retarded. She is. Thank you so much, guys.